All right. So, hi everyone. So, this is lesson 2, sociological perspectives of the self. The self as a product of society. So, the usual opening of this lecture about sociological perspectives is I show my students or you guys a video of feral children or a short documentary about feral children. So ano ang feral children? No? Feral children are children who have lived with limited or no human contact due to abandonment or confinement by their parents and have suffered developmental problems as a result. So they have often been represented in folklore and children's stories as living in the wild and being raised by animals. But that is on folklore. So sa folklore, more on kapag mako-consider ka na feral child kapag ikaw ay lumaki galing sa gubat or pinalaki ka ng mga animals or rather lumaki ka together with animals. However, not all feral children are only those na galing sa gubat. Considered din na feral children or feral child ang isang bata kapag ito ay lumaki ng isolated from the society. So, bakit yun usual ang opening ng aking video or ang aking lecture? It's because when we speak of the sociological perspectives of the self, it is based, or rather, sociological perspective of the self is based sa assumption ng human behavior are influenced by group life. These feral children will have no idea or have no capacity to cope with what is happening sa society. They will have trouble understanding us, even standing up, and even understanding our language. Why we do this, why we do that, what are these things for, bakit tayo nagbabayad, para saan ng currency, para saan to, para saan yan. Okay, they have to learn from the very start, such as mga parang toddlers. Therefore, since in sociological perspectives, it is based sa assumption na yun nga, human behavior is influenced by group life. A particular view of oneself is formed through interactions with other people, groups, or social institutions. So, in this chapter, this draws on the principles and concepts of well-known sociologists that not only foster student understanding of sociology and how sociology impacts on students' everyday lives, but also makapag-provide ng pathway to self-understanding of who we are and what you are. So, in contemporary society. So, we will be discussing at least four names in this one. We have Charles Horton Cooley, George Herbert Mead, um, ano nga yun? Jerry Lanuza, and Jean Baudrillard. Okay? So, if sa lesson 1, we discussed it having the basic or the theories about the self, no? Ngayon, medyo bigger, ano naman tayo, bigger unit of life, which is the society, us in the society, or self, or us as a product of society. So, sociology, like the usual, no, dinidefine ko muna kung ano ang kanyang meaning. No? So, sociology is a discipline that expands our awareness and analysis of the human social relationships, yung cultures and institutions that profoundly shape both our lives and human society or human history, sorry. So sociology is also a scientific study of social groups and human relationships. So this generates new insights to the interconnectedness between the self and other people. Sabi nga nila, 'di ba, there is no man is an island, no? Lahat tayo may connection, lahat tayo may purpose to other people. So, hence, sociologists offer theories to explain how the self emerges as a product of social experience. So, kung kay John Locke, tayo ay product ng sense experience, dito naman sa sociology, ang paniniwala dito, tayo ay product of social experience. Now, the self as a product of social interaction. Gaya nga ng na-mention ko kanina si John Locke with his tabula rasa, naniniwala rin dito sa sociology that the self is not present at birth. So, nade-develop lang ang self with social experience wherein yung mga language or kumbaga dialects, no, gestures and objects are used to communicate meaningfully. So, there is also the assumption that human behavior is influenced by group life, 'di ba? Even in kapag nasa first day of school, yan usually yung mga hinahanap natin, mga groups, no? Kung saan tayo pwede mag-click, sino yung pwedeng may kaparehas natin ng behavior, ng mga kagustuhan, mga makakatulong sa atin sa academics, mga taong we believe we will be able to relate with, 'di ba? So, this is also the view of the self, which is formed through interactions with other people, groups, and social institutions. So, other people, 'di ba? Let's say if you are part of the LGBTQIA, we have groups, no? If not LGBTQIA, other activities such as yung mga mahilig magmotor, mga brands ng sasakyan na gusto nila sabay-sabay din sila nag-rides or mga motor, and kung ano-ano pang hobbies. So, yan yung mga groups. And social institutions, of course, now you are student of BU, 'di ba? So, before kayo naging student ng BU, saan kayong galing school? Alright, that is, you as part of that social institution noong junior high or senior high kayo. So, we'll be talking about, as I have mentioned kanina, we have four names. So, these are all sociologists that have contributed to the concept or the topic of the self or ang pag-usap about sa sarili, pag-unawa sa sarili. We have Charles Horton Cooley, we have George Herbert Mead, we have Jerry Lanuza, and we have Jean Baudrillard. Now, let's go to the first one, The Looking Glass Self by Charles Horton Cooley. Dito, it describes the process wherein individuals base their sense of self on how they believe others view them. Kumbaga, we use or we utilize other people as mirrors to see paano tayo magbe-behave sa isang social situation. Okay, so since these perceptions are subjective meaning it's only based on mga opinions, yung mga point of views ng ibang tao, there might be some wrong interpretations of how others view him or her. 'Di ba? Not all perceptions are perfect. You can't expect everyone to compliment you. There will be people around you who will criticize or give constructive criticism sa'yo. And that is how nakadepende rin kung paano mo yun iti-take. Will you take that as something negative or will you take that as something that can help you improve yourself? Okay? So, therefore, because these perceptions are subjective, pwedeng magkaroon ng wrong interpretations and therefore, this may affect how you view yourself. Pwedeng tumaas o pwedeng mapababa nito ang iyong self-confidence. So, this would be critical if the person thinks others judge them unfavorably or poorly because they could develop a negative self-image. So there are three main components ng looking glass self. First of all, we imagine how we must see or rather how we must appear to others. I'm sorry. So dito, this begins by conceiving an idea of how we present, sorry, ourselves to others. So paano natin we imagine muna, how would we look sa mata ng ibang tao? Should we look pretty? Should we look cute? Should we look low-key? No, should we look like tayo, may leadership capabilities, 'di ba? It's how we present ourselves, 'di ba? So, dito pa lang ini-imagine na natin paano tayo gagalaw bukas. Ano dapat yung demeanor natin? Okay? Second, we imagine the judgment of that appearance. So dito naman, we analyze how others perceives us. Okay? Okay, imagine natin how we must appear. Maybe naisipan natin maging low-key. Okay? Or have that, leadership, or leader type vibes, no, na individual. So, when we imagine the judgment of that appearance, we analyze, okay? We analyze naman How will that be perceived by other people? Would I look bossy? Would I look approachable for them? Mukha ba akong madaling makausap? Mukha bang meron akong intellect? Or mataas ba? Mukha bang mataas ang intellect ko? Mga ganong bagay. And finally, we develop ourselves through the judgment of others. So dito naman, we create an image of ourselves. Depende dun sa mga kaharap natin. Dun sa social situation. For example, kapag kaharap mo ang professor or ang teachers mo, you will be all nice, you will all be respectful and all that. Kapag mga classmates and ka-close mo naman, no, makulit, magulo and everything. Because that's since ganun din yung nakikita nila sa'yo, ganun din yung ipapakita mo sa kanila. 'Di ba? Sabi nga nila, um, if you treat someone with respect, no, they will also treat you with respect. Sabi nga, respect begets respect. Okay? And vice versa. Ganun din. With other judgments or other appearances we present to other people. So, we also have um, this is an example of the Looking Glass Self by Charles Horton Cooley. So, kunwari ikaw tong lalaki with the newspaper and all, and these are all the mirrors in your life, or these are the people in your life that you utilize as mirrors to define yourself, to understand or to give yourself that self-identity ba. So dito with you have the family. So your family sees you as someone considered to be a breadwinner, someone strong, someone na kayang-kayang rumakit basta makatulong sa family. So since yun yung alam nila sa'yo, ganun din yung ipinapakita mo sa kanila. Followed by friends. Kapag may friends ka, let's say you have certain behaviors na hindi mo pinapakita sa iyong pamilya. Okay? Maybe since your family sees you as someone strong, dito mo naman sa friends mo, dun mo ipinapakita yung mga weaknesses mo. Since you feel that you are safe with them, that you can be vulnerable with them, dito mo yun na ipapakita. And therefore, you can be considered as that friend din na merong mga pinagdadaanan. No, lahat naman tayo may pinagdadaanan. However, since you find them very comfortable, someone you consider or these people to be considered as your safe space, they will also treat you as someone na um they can share their problems with. 'Di ba? They can also cry, they can laugh. Pwede nyo, sometimes nga, nandiyan yung mga inuman, right? Kasi dyan nyo ilalabas yung mga problema ninyo sa buhay. Okay? So, yeah. Another is with your partner or someone na, let's say, your love interest, kunwari. So, pwedeng yung friends mo at yung family mo, hindi alam yung side mo na clingy. Pero dito sa taong to na ilalabas mo yun kasi yun din yung alam niya, yun din yung expectation niya sa'yo. Since the person expects you to be all clingy, all loving and stuff, ganun din yung ipapakita mo dun sa tao. Okay? And finally, doon naman sa mga taong hindi mo na close, an ex-friend, someone you decided to cut off ties with, or anyone na hindi mo lang makasundo. Since they see you in a negative light, okay, they don't really expect anything from you. Lahat ng gagawin mo, sometimes din, papasok na everything that you do, lahat yan negative sa kanila. Okay? So whatever you do, kahit anong pagka-nice-nice mo sa kanila, if they see you in a very negative light, puro yan negative ang dating sa kanila. Therefore, yeah, parang yun na din yung perception nila sa'yo. Negative. Nasa sa'yo na lang din if you will still treat them with kindness or hayaan mo lang sila. Okay? So these are some of the mirrors that we utilize to have our self-identity constructed by the perceptions also of other people. However, ayun nga, yun yung pangit. Pag masyado na tayong naniniwala or masyado tayong nagfo-focus to please them, na ito yung pagkakakilala niya sa akin. So I have to do this, I have to do that. Nagiging na tayong people pleaser. Hindi na genuine yung pagkakakilala natin sa ating mga sarili. Kasi we base ourselves or our self-identity through the fact that we please other people. So ito sa certain group na to, they see you as someone na mayaman. So kailangan lagi kang may pera. Dito naman sa isang group na to, they expect you to do whatever they tell you to do. Utos-utusan ka, bumili ka nito, bumili ka niyan, gawin mo to, gawin mo yan, homework ko, gawin mo, pagaya, etc. Yun din yung gagawin mo, just to please them. Just because that is your perception na din. If you please them, everything will be fine. But at the end of the day nga, ikaw lang din ang mahihirapan. So, think about it. Will you still be staying as a people pleaser? Or maybe it's time to change. Right? About maybe now. Okay? So, yan. Now, we also have The I and Me Self by George Herbert Mead. So, another sociologist supported the view that man develops a sense of self through social interaction and not the biological preconditions of that interaction. So, Mead's theory of the social self explained that yung self daw merong two divisions. We have the I and the me. Si I is the subjective element and the active side of the self. Ito yung nagre-represent ng spontaneous and unique traits of an individual. Okay? So, nandito yung present and future phase of the self. Our impulses, yung sense of freedom, and sometimes even our initiative, andito yun. Okay? And also, the me naman is the objective element of the self. It represents the internalized attitudes and demands of other people and the individual's awareness of those demands. So dito naman, natututunan natin dito, or the me represents our learned behaviors, yung attitudes and expectations of others and of society. So according to me, dapat itong dalawang to, united siya. Okay? Because the full development of the self is attained when the I and the me are united. So according to Mead, the self is not present at birth, same sa paniniwala kanina, and that it develops only with social experience. So since there is meaning in human actions, 'di ba? Kumbaga hindi tayo gagawa ng isang bagay without meaning or reason behind it. He infers or Mead infers that people's intention or direction of action may lead them to understand the world from others' point of view. And ang tawag dito sa process na to ay Mead labeled this as role taking. Kumbaga, ito yung mga roles na tinitake natin when it comes to handling situations within the society. Okay? He creates his own roles and anticipate how others will respond to them. Like for example, role mo ngayon maging romaldita, mataray-taray. How will others respond? Magagalit ba sila? Mabibisit ba sila? Masisira ba yung araw nila? Would they confront you? That is maybe the role you decided to take on for today. But kapag nakita mo yung teacher mo, syempre hindi ka pwede magtaray-taray, hindi ka pwede magmoromaldita. No, you will try to be as complacent as possible. Okay? So, the self continues to change along with social experience. Okay? So, in other words, no matter how much the world shapes us, you will always remain a creative being and be able to react to the world around you. Okay? And therefore, dito sa I and me self or the social self na theory ni George Herbert Mead, he detailed the development of the self in a three-stage process. We have the first stage, which is the preparatory stage, which is 0 to 3 years old. So dito, children imitate the people around them, especially family members with whom they have daily interaction. So take note that they copy behavior without understanding the underlying intentions. And so, at this stage, walang sense of self yung mga bata. They have no sense of self. Alinsunod sa paniniwala ni John Locke. Tabula rasa. Wala silang sense of self. So, during this stage, children are just preparing for role taking. So, unfortunately, yun nga, hindi siya gumagalaw. This child saw his dad or his uncle or his tito. I'm not sure. And nung nakita niya nag-pogi post dito si uncle, no, ginaya niya. So he imitated, or this child imitated the uncle or the tito or the daddy without context. Hindi niya maintindihan ba't niya yun ginawa. He just did. Okay? Kasi nga wala pa siyang sense of self. Para saan yun? He didn't really care about the reason. He just wanted to imitate the behavior. Okay? That is preparatory stage. Next, we have the play stage. Sa play stage naman, this is 3 to 5 years old, and dito, children start to view themselves in relation to others as they learn to communicate through language and other symbols. So sa stage na to, role-taking is exhibited. However, children do not perceive role-taking as something expected of them. Again, hindi pa expected sa kanila ang role-taking. Role-taking for them is only play para lang itong laro. Okay? When you say, like for this example, itong bata, I'm not sure if he is being a police officer or maybe a taxi driver. Pero ang role na tinake niya dyan sa larong yan is one of those two, either a police officer or a taxi driver. So, since alam naman nilang it's only play, alam din nila na hindi yun expected sa kanila ng parents nila na every day, every single day of their lives, maglalaro sila ng pagiging police officer or magte-take sila ng role of a taxi driver. Remember, that is why play stage is very important sa mga bata because this is the stage where children learn to understand and communicate with through language and symbols. Okay, this is the stage where they learn to explore different kinds of jobs, different kinds of careers that they want to have in the future. Okay. So, nandiyan yung mga teacher-teacheran, mga doktor-doktoran, mga turutindahan, business-business. Diyan yan sa play stage. That's why hindi yan pwede mawala sa bata. Okay? So, the self emerges as children pretend to take the roles of specific people or significant others. And therefore, sa stage na to, the self is finally developing. Okay? So, nagde-develop na dito si self. And finally, we have the game stage. Sa game stage, this begins in the early school years, about 8 or 9 years old. Children understand not only their own social position, but also those around them. So at this stage naman, children become concerned about and take into account in their behavior the generalized others, which refer dun sa attitudes, sa viewpoints and demands and expectations of the society, which include cultural norms and values that serve as references in evaluating oneself. So dito, at this time, they can have a more sophisticated look of people and an ability to respond to numerous members of the social environment. And therefore, sa stage na to, the self is now present. Okay, so dito naiintindihan na nila ano yung social role nila sa society. Ano yung stand nila. Okay, ngayon, you are students. Okay? You are anak of your parents. You are the pamangkins of your titos and titas. You are the granddaughters or grandsons of your lolos and lolas. Ano ang standing mo sa society? You're a student of Bicol University, nag-aaral para makagraduate, para makatulong magkaroon ng trabaho sa future na makakatulong sa pag-unlad ng Pinas. Right? So that is game stage. You understand now not just your social position but also of others around you. Naiintindihan mo na kahit papaano ang politika. Naiintindihan mo na kahit papaano how the world works, how money works, para saan ang pera, para saan ang ganitong trabaho, para saan ang yan at yon. Okay? So that is the game stage. And again, at this stage, the self is now present. But despite all this, no, despite the self being present here, nagko-continuous pa din or rather continuously pa din ang pag-develop ng self. Therefore, again, as I've mentioned before, the self continuously changes. It is not to be stagnant but to continuously change to adapt to the changes in the environment with society, with science, with the electronics, with technology. Lahat yan nag-evolve and therefore we also must be able to meet those demands para makapag-cope tayo sa buhay na ito. Now, we also have The Self as a Product of Postmodern Society by Jerry Lanuza. So if you remember my orientation back then, I mentioned that dito sa lesson na to, maiintindihan natin na kung noon, the attainment and stability of self-identity is not freely chosen, ngayon, iba na. We are able to choose a lot of things, no? Marami tayong pagpipilian because mas ano tayo, mas marami na yung social context. Mas evolved na yung information technologies and even globalization. Kaya noon, sabi ko nga, kapag ikaw ay anak ng magsasaka, usually kapag lumaki ka, magsasaka din ang magiging iyong job. Another is kung galing ka sa dagat, galing ka sa mga gubat-gubat, kung ano yung usual na mga trabaho doon, yun din yung maa-adapt mo kapag ikaw ay tumanda. But since ngayon, the times are changing and we are a product of postmodern society, the attainment and stability of self-identity is now freely chosen. Kung noon, we only have what? 5 courses maybe sa Bicol or maybe sa BU. Maybe we have magiging teacher, um, ano pang siguro sabihin natin another course. Let's say pagiging teacher, pagiging accountant, pagiging um, ano yan, may alam sa IT, information technology, ano pa, pagiging nurse, and at the same time, pagiging engineer. For example, yan yung 5 courses noon lang dito sa Bicol. Kung ano lang yung available, dun ka lang pwede pumili. Okay? Pero, ngayon, as you can see, we have a lot of colleges na sa Bicol University. And therefore, all those colleges also have, each of those colleges have each of their courses, no? So, sa CS, Bio, IT, di ba? Sa CBEM, merong accountancy, merong econ, merong marketing, and kung ano-ano pa. Sa education, we have pagiging teacher. However, iba-ibang mga specialization. We have sciences, we have technology, we have math, and kung ano-ano pa. Therefore, it is no longer restricted by customs and traditions. Yes, the customs and traditions exist, pero hindi na tayo ganon ka-restricted nito. Okay? We have the choice now to consider those customs and traditions or we ignore it all. 'Di ba? So, self-identity continuously change due to the demands of multitude of social contexts, new information technologies, and globalization. That's why we have to follow the trends, no? We have to understand na noon, kung pinagbabawal ang AI sa mga tasks, no? Ngayon, hindi mo na may iwasan ng AI. Andiyan na ang AI, hindi na yan basta-basta mawawala. That's why you have to adapt. Teachers had to adapt. Noon, bawal yan, papagalitan kapag gumamit ka ng AI. Ngayon, it is welcome because it helps our outputs to become better, to be much improved. Okay? And kahit namang sabihin natin ayaw natin kasi ang ibang tao ay nagiging reliant when it comes to things na napapadali ang buhay nila, nasa self-control na lang din natin yan. Kung hahayaan natin ito maging, um, tawag siya, maging tulong sa atin or maging burden sa atin. Okay? Because like, for example, um, sabihin na nating ngayon may wifi, 'di ba? Ang wifi no, hindi naman yan gano'n ka-ano, eh. Dati maglo-load ka lang para makapag-data, ngayon nauuso ng wifi. Noon sa stick lang, 'di ba? Yung mga I'm not sure if naabutan niyo pa, yung Globe, Sun, Smart, nasa stick lang para magkaroon ng internet ang computer. Ngayon router na, 'di ba? So, noon kaya pang mabuhay ng mga tao na walang internet. Okey lang na wala pang masyadong communication, kailangan mo mag-load. Pero ngayon, 'no, kahit mga ano, katulong, 'no, kapag nag-hire ka, ang unang tanong nila sa'yo, "May wifi po ba yung bahay ninyo?" 'Di ba? Because it helps them survive boredom and at the same time, it's a form of entertainment. However, if you are one of those children or students na kapag andyan ang wifi hindi na nakakagalaw, then it means na hindi siya exactly helpful. It becomes a burden sa'yo. Okay? So, yeah. Now, we also have the postmodernity and prestige symbols by Jean Baudrillard. Yes, there's a lot of choices. Yes, ang dami na nating pwedeng maging part ng self-identity natin. However, with this fact na marami na tayong choices, no, mas mahirap pumili. Okay? Noon, madaling pumili kasi direct path ka. Pag anak ka ng magsasaka, automatic nasa magsasaka din ang future mo. Ngayon, no, gusto mo maging IT, gusto mo maging veterinarian, gusto mo maging doktor, gusto mo maging engineer. Lahat mo gusto na courses pero hindi mo na alam saan ka talaga mapupunta. Therefore, mas mahirap siya para sa atin pumili. Ano ba talaga yung gusto ko maging trabaho? Ano ba talaga yung gusto ko maging course? Okay? And with postmodernity and prestige symbols, sinasabi lang dito na consumption structures the postmodern society. Sinasabi lang dito na the things that we consume in our lives are part of our self na, no, our self identity. We identify ourselves together with these prestige symbols. Okay? Kapag ikaw ay, let's say, someone na ang shoes, no, mga sapatos, laging branded. Nike, Adidas, Converse, ano pa ba? Reebok? Sorry, I'm not sure if the term is right, the pronunciation is right. Mga DC na shoes, Puma, 'di ba? Ganyan. Kapag kilala ka na laging branded ang shoes, that is already a part of your self-identity. Kasi, na-incorporate na nila yung mga brands together with your name. 'Di ba? Pag sinabi mo, oh, si ganitong name, sabihin mo yung name. Ay, yan yung ano nga yan. Yan yung laging branded ang shoes. Yan yung laging branded ang mga damit. 'Di ba? Ayan. So, individuals achieve self-identity through prestige symbols that they consume, giving them a sense of power, feeling of goodness compared with others. Because this feeling of this goodness na compared sa iba, there's this satisfying feeling kasi na alam mong ikaw, afford mo yun kasi may budget ka and the others really can't. Kumbaga nakakataas ka from others. Ikaw, meron ka ng mga bagay na wala sila. Ikaw ay unique, no? Kasi you have the capacity to buy these things when others can. Therefore, this gives you a sense of power over others. It's not because you're being mayabang, it's just that the fact is you have the budget. Meron kang kakayahan na yung iba wala. Okay? And with this, according to Jean Baudrillard, the self may be a never-ending search for prestige in the postmodern society. Sinasabi niya lang na never na daw tayo masasatisfy sa kung anong meron lang tayo ngayon. Kung ngayon meron tayo nung latest iPhone, 5 to 10 years from now, automatic yan for sure. May mga bagong models ng iPhone. And therefore, kung ano yung meron ka ngayon, hindi ka na masasatisfy. Sa 5 to 10 years from now na um, mga models na yan, for sure, hahanap ka at hahanap ng paraan para ma-acquire mo yung mga prestige symbols na yan. Para makasunod ka sa uso. Para hindi ka mapag-iwanan. Okay? So that is a sign that we will never be able to stop or we will never be able to fully satisfy ourselves with just what we have right now. We will always, always crave for more. Okay? Yun yung sinasabi ni Jean Baudrillard sa kanyang concept of the postmodernity and prestige symbols. And I will also have attached a video sa ating Google Classroom about um, Payless turning their store into Palesi, a social experiment. So please watch that because you will understand there how important um tawag dyan, um how these prestige symbols affect our perception of material things. At the same time, we also have the Dali grocery, which shows na despite it being parang gaya-gaya, no? Kagaya ng mga products ng NutriAsia, people choose it na wag mag-close, na wag magsarado because they find it na mura na and at the same time, mataas pa yung quantity. Mura na siya, kalidad pa, kumbaga. Not just quality, but also there is quantity. Sabi nga nila, even the chocolates, mas malaki, mas masarap din. And mas mura. So, bakit mo ipapa-close? 'Di ba? Kung nakakatulong siya sa mamamayan. The problem is, yun nga, ginagaya kasi yung products ng NutriAsia. Anyway, just watch the video. It will for sure give you some idea or more idea when it comes to prestige symbols. Okay? So, not 15 minutes break, pero tapos na since I have already finished all the four names that we have here in sociological perspective. So that is all, everyone. I hope you learned something and please watch the videos that I have added doon sa ating Google Classroom. Thank you so much.